you're in a position for the cuffing. But let me remind you that the police commission has jumped on the bandwagon and prohibited the use of the chokehold. So unless you're scratching the limits of survival out there, using any form of chokehold will bring the police commission down right on top of you. In my opinion, they've taken an invaluable tool away from us. Now, instead of being able to use discretion in an altercation and cause some drugged-out crazy who can't feel any pain to momentarily lose consciousness, we basically end up having to escalate our use of force from verbal to the firearm. All right, that's it. Tomorrow we'll practice baton techniques. Run a lap, hit the showers, dismissed.
Sergeant Hooker.
Yes.
Commissioner Cook.
Yes, I read about your appointment to the Board of Police Commissioners. Congratulations.
Thank you. The other commissioners asked that I do a survey on your academy training program personnel.
Well, if there's anything I can do to help you, let me know.
Well, I didn't intend on coming down until next week, but the commission received a telephone call this morning concerning a businessman by the name of Al Tanner. According to Mr. Tanner, you've arrested the wrong person.
Well, that's not the way I saw it. But if you care to get the facts, it's in my report.
Well, I'd like an explanation. Why did you choose right now to undermine the commission's ruling on the chokehold with those young recruits?
In a few weeks, those young recruits are going to be out on the streets putting it all on the line. I didn't undermine a thing. I just gave them the cold, hard facts of life.
Those chokeholds caused needless deaths. The commission examined every case very carefully before they made their decision. Did you tell them that, Sergeant?
Oh, they got it all. Not with the flags and the yelling and the screaming that went on in the commission hearings. But I also went over each one of those needless deaths carefully. And you know, when I put it all together, I still see that the only thing the commission did was bring us a giant step closer to the one thing we all wish to avoid. The use of absolute deadly force. Guns.
You're dealing with a very complex issue in a very simplistic way.
Commissioner, I can only speak for myself, a cop with almost 20 years in the streets. And I won't argue that accidents sometimes happen and force is misused, but when I'm out there trying to get the job done as best I know how, I'd rather have the discretion to use what my experience tells me is right.
Sergeant Hooker, I've heard a great deal about you and your philosophy. And I must say, after observing you firsthand, you do live up to your notices.
So do you, Commissioner.